There is a land hidden between Rome and Tuscany where everything is very reasonably priced, but history, tradition, people, really people, are fantastic.
Via, pronti? E questo è un in al vino.
You can easily buy for what you can get, maybe a garage in Chicago, New York, or Los Angeles, a little piece of paradise with fireplace and with a garden. A lovely place where you grow older or you send your friends and family. Please check us out. Buonasera, buonasera, good evening. This is Giulio Della Rocca from Los Angeles, actually, talking about Tuscia and the real estate opportunity. With me, my good friend, Roy Hefner. Roy, good evening. How are you, my friend?
Good evening. I'm fine, except for the extremely high winds we're having here.
I'm told that there is some wind called Tramontana, the wind from the north, and it's freaking cold. Is that right?
It is. It's like blowing here like 30 miles an hour all day.
Well, it will pass. People said it's either 3 or 5 days, so it shouldn't be too long. Don't worry about it.
You know, I built a very beautiful trellis for my tomato plants out of bamboo, and the wind completely destroyed them.
Yeah. Okay, so you got me right away on the topic. So you are in Tuscia. I am in Los Angeles. You are dealing with your tomato plant. I'm not. So we have been doing this for what? 1 year, 2 years? You remember, Roy?
I don't know. This is at least a year, maybe 18 months.
So as an opening, what would you say to people about buying, moving to Tuscia and so forth?
Well, American friends that have come to visit, they're surprised about two things. The first is how inexpensive it is to buy a beautiful property here in Italy, and particularly in Tuscia. And the second is they're surprised that compared to the United States, there's virtually no property tax, and property tax is quite expensive in America. So those are the two big things.
Yeah, these are the visiting people, but people like Roy Hefner living in Tuscia, what would you say is the single reason that make you happy every day?
Well, the entire Italian lifestyle, you know, I'm much more healthy than I was when I left the United States in 2009. You know, I've lost 32 pounds by eating much more healthy. And but life here is just great, and you know, the people, the family structures here, you know, everything's just a little bit different. So it's great.
Okay, Roy, let me show you a little video that is supposed to promote Tuscia Fiore that is coming up, namely in a month, and then we talk, because there is a new entry in Tuscia Fiore. It's called Catiglione in Teverina, and thank God we have a special guest from there today. So let me show you the video. Is that okay with you?
Sure, let's go.
I'm going to ask you the same question I'm going to ask our guest today. Does it look how beautiful as it is in this video?
That's more beautiful than it looks like in the video.
You are so kind. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my pleasure to present Roberto Gasperoni. He's a real estate agent in the area of Castiglione, but not only Castiglione, the whole province of Viterbo. And he will be our guide. He will be our Dante through Castiglione. Ladies and gentlemen, Roberto. Roberto, good evening. How are you?
Good evening. I'm fine, thank you.
So,
Hi,
same
everybody.
same question that I asked Roy. I show the video.
Yeah.
What is your experience? Is Tuscia even better looking at what the video shows?
Yeah, Tuscia is even better than the video show
Wow,
because
you guys are so kind. You are the best guest I ever had.
yeah, yeah.
Okay.
A lot of people are choosing now Tuscia. I discovered that I have a lot of United States clients and also of Northern European people. So everybody is liking the lifestyle and simple way of living. Of course, we have also something that is not nice and not good,
No, we're
but
not gonna talk about it. That's okay.
99% is true life, real life, and people are staying good and eating and drinking very good wine.
That is fantastic. Okay, so Roberto, can you tell us just a little bit about yourself? Who is Roberto?
I'm a real estate agent from 1994, and I'm working in only in this area, Viterbo province, especially in Tuscia, in Italian Alta Tuscia, northern of Viterbo. The villages are Castiglione Teverina, Bagnoregio, Cividale Tagliano, and these small villages, about 200, 2,500, 3,500 people. So it's very nice locations. There are a lot of opportunities for foreign people because the prices are very low in this particular moment, and it's very convenient for foreign buyers, especially for now for United States and Northern Europe, as I told before.
Okay,
There
so
are
that's plenty. Okay, so you were so kind that you sent me a video
yeah.
of Castiglione. It's a fantastic video. So, if you don't mind, can you tell us more about Castiglione while you see the video?
Yep.
Let me make clear that it is a lovely video, but it's just a video, and
Yes.
probably people should come and visit you. But nevertheless, let's start with the video. So here is the video. Please, as soon as you feel like, go ahead and tell us more about what you see. Go for it.
Yep. This is the view of the village. The village is was born in the year 1000, so 11th century, and is built on travertino stones hill, and in about 250 meters above sea level, and is faced on Tiber Valley, the Tiber River that is going to Rome. And this is the Tiber Valley, very nice location. It's bordering with Umbria, so it's the last village of Viterbo province. This is the historical center, the oldest part, from the year 1000 to year 1300, and belongs to with the family Monalteschi, important Italian family, and this is the Rocca Monalteschi, the castle, on the main square. It's a very nice location, and here is an old site, and again the castle.
So
This is
Roberto,
very
while
nice
you're
castle.
while you're describing the beauty that we see, can you tell us a little bit more about the life you guys experience there?
Yeah, we are Castiglione Teverina is only a farmer location, so a lot of vineyards. There are seven vineyards, a winery. Sorry, it's a good wine because it's we produce Sangiovese and also Grechetto. Is two, one is white and one is red, and this is the only. There are not industries, so the life is very quiet. It's very close to Umbria, as I told before, and it's about 15 kilometers from Orvieto. That is the main Umbrian town, and but in Castiglione we can find everything. There is pharmacy, there is cinema, gymnasium, there is school, and everything that let you stay for a week, for 10 days, for 15 days, or forever. I
So,
sold.
Roberto, this thing about the movie theater, the cinema, it's a very
Yeah,
unique, right? There are not many. For some
yeah,
reason, you guys make it work, right?
yeah. It's a very good, and it's one of the best in the area. Also, from better than Viterbo. There is only a multi room in Vitorchiano.
Thank you so very much for putting the knife in the wound. Thank you very much. Okay, so let me get Roy on. Roy, did you hear 7 vineyard?
Yeah.
It sounds like you might like the place.
Of course, I'm drinking a little sip of wine right now.
Good.
It's Merlot, however, not Sangiovese.
Well, the Grechetto that Roberto is talking about is very, very famous. He won prizes all over the world.
Yeah.
Something to be very proud, right? And
And
also, Roberto, I think there is the biggest
yes,
wine museum in the world, right?
yes, I forgot. I forgot that there is the special wine museum. And it was the old factory of the first winery, the Conti Vaselli from Rome, and now it became a museum. It's the largest wine museum in the world.
And I went. It's lovely to say the least. It's
Yeah,
really
because it's three levels underground, and with this enormous barrel. So it's very nice to visit.
absolutely, absolutely. Okay, so let's go back to some business,
Yep.
Roberto, if you don't mind. So you say there are good opportunity in real estate.
Yes, of course, and especially also in Castiglione. I sold to United States guys that at the beginning last year they came in 2024 they came only twice. In 2025 they came 6 times because they liked very much. They liked restaurants and also the location, because the location of Castiglione is very close to other important sites, Umbria and from
Lazio.
Lazio. So by car, it's only 1.5 hours from Fiumicino Airport, and there is highway, there is train station, the Roma Firenze, Rome Florence. So it's
Very
well
convenient
connected.
located. So, Roberto, if anybody wants to contact you, it's
Yep.
oh, sorry, I messed up. So it's RG Immobiliare. Oh my God,
Yep.
look at this
Immobiliare.
pathetic. Oh, yeah, 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 yeah. Okay, so Roy, do you have any question for my guest?
Well, what would be if I wanted to buy a home in the center of the village with 2 bedrooms? What might the price be?
In Castiglione, for example, I sold to a guy from Virginia, and he paid for 2 rooms in Castiglione, in the center, in the historical center, €15,000,
15,000. And was it in good
complete
Oh,
in
with
good?
furniture and fireplace.
Fantastic.
In the center, we have very low prices and very nice opportunities. That's the reason why.
Yeah.
So, Roberto, in case somebody needs to buy a place, can you help through
Yes,
the
of course.
bureaucracy and everything?
Yes, I can show the apartment and then make all the works until the final contract. And also, I have another company to follow up foreign people to pay taxes, to looking for plumbers, electricians, everything, all the services after the sale.
Hey, somebody named Alberto Gasperoni gave you a like. Is that related?
Yes, it's my son.
So is that a family business?
He is 15 years old.
Oh, so he's young.
He's a student. Yeah.
Okay. So, what would you say, Roy? I don't think we should suggest any mortgage or anything, right? 15, 20, 30,000. It should be very affordable, no?
Well, for most Americans coming here, that's pretty much nothing, you know. What I wanted to mention is Italy is kind of famous for its bureaucracy. And so having someone like Roberto on your side is very important because he can deal with that bureaucracy and knows how to deal with it. So any American coming here for buying a property, they need someone like him to take care of that for them.
I completely agree. That's we are looking at the museum, right? We were looking at the museum. Okay, so let me ask Roy a straightforward question. Roy, have you ever been to the Festa del Vino, the wine festival in Castiglione?
No, I haven't, but I certainly would like to go.
So, Roberto, tell us when and how to get there and what to expect about the biggest festival of wine in Italy.
Yeah, this is the biggest wine festival, and 5 days. And in 5 days, this small village from with 2,500 became 20,000, 25,000 people in 5 days. And it's very easy to find out. There is no ticket for entrance, only drinking, a lot of local wines, and of course also good food. There will be about 7 open restaurants all around the main square in the center, close to the wine museum. And it's the only thing is not to drink so much because when you exit the village, maybe the police can stop you.
So, Roberto, who are these people?
People from all the villages around, but a lot of people from Rome, and from 10 years ago, a lot of foreign people. All my clients, they will be in Castiglione the first week of August.
So,
They
who
start
are the
on
people we are
Wednesday.
looking at? Who are the people that are in the picture?
Yeah, this is the main square in the center. Over there, they make these pictures, and over there, a lot of young people are always dancing.
So
Because
these are the
every
people that
restaurant and
organize.
also this band.
These are the people that organize the festivity, right?
Yeah, yeah.
A bunch of people. So it's not a family thing. It's a city thing. Everybody's
Yeah.
part.
It's the Proloco. It's the Proloco. It's I was part when I was living in Castiglione. Now I live in Bagnoregio, but when I was living there, I was part of them.
Okay, so Roy, the first week of August, you have
Yes.
got to plan to go to Castiglione. It's a fantastic festival. I would not recommend to go Saturday or Sunday. Too many people.
Yeah.
Way too many people. You have got to go Wednesday night. That's the best night. Because then after that is always more and more and more people. Okay, so other than the big festivity in August, what else is fantastic in Castiglione? Roberto, why would you say we should move there?
There is another one. The biggest Catholic festival is on 1st of May. The first 3 days, first, second, and third. The third is the day of the feast, and this year it's I think it's on Sunday, so it will be a good weekend, a very good weekend.
So
And
Roberto,
yeah,
would you say it's better to move to Castiglione, or maybe visit every few months, a couple of weeks?
yeah, it depends. A lot of retired people they retire in Castiglione from, for example, from Rome, because in Castiglione there is everything, so you can also leave your car in the garage and walk around, and you have everything. Then, if you want shopping center, the closest is Vieto, only 12 kilometers, but there is also bus, so you can leave also your car. For example, for the wine festival, there are also a lot of people coming from North Italy, that they rent out houses for 3 days, 4 days, and they stay for all the festival.
Okay, Roberto, I'm going to anticipate a question from Roy. Roy
Yeah,
is already living in Villa San Giovanni in Tuscia and is not going to
yeah.
move. But if Roy had to move to Castiglione, he would want to know about the farmer market. It's one of his weaknesses, right, Roy?
It is. I like to go to farmers markets and buy fresh produce. So
So, any farmer market in Castiglione?
There is one biggest in on Saturday morning in the main square.
For some reason, those are charming. They're fantastic. Okay, so Roy, do you have any other question for our guest?
I have two. Did you say the train comes to that village?
Sorry.
The train. Is there a train service to the village?
Yeah, the closest is in Orvieto. That is only 12 kilometers. There is a train station. It's on the main line, Roma Firenze, and then there is bus or taxi to reach Catiglione.
And how about parking for cars? Is there ample parking if we come to visit?
Yeah, there are a lot of parking places, and everything. All parking places are free.
Oh, good.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's good.
That's kind of nice to know, right?
Yeah.
No, I don't think parking is a problem in Castiglione, but Festa del Vino is a different story, right?
All right. There's 25,000 people coming.
Yeah, but we have the industrial area, so people can park there, and then there is a shuttle, a small bus that from the industrial area that is only 2 kilometers, or you can walk, but 2 kilometers during the night is not nice. So there is this shuttle.
Roberto, thank you so very much. It has been incredibly kind of you to give us some
Yeah,
time. Let
you're
me
welcome.
repeat, rgimmobiliare.net,
Yeah,
or if somebody likes better the Facebook or social media, RG Immobiliare on Facebook. And I thank you very much, Roberta. We will be seeing you in Tuscia and Fiore, 23rd and 24th of May in Castiglione.
yeah, of course.
Thank you, Roberto. Bye-bye.
Bye, everybody. Bye.
See you.
So,
See you
Roy,
later.
I got from you a video, a lovely video about the Etruscan history. So I would say let's say goodbye tonight with that video. It's fantastic. And
Okay.
maybe next time when we don't have a guest, maybe we show it earlier, but I think it's a good one to show. Would you
Okay.
agree?
I do. It's
Are
great.
you good with that? Okay, very good. So, Roy, I want to thank you as always. You have been so kind with me with all your time and so forth. And again, thank you for looking for this video. And here we go. Roy, I will see you the last Tuesday of next month.
All right. See you then.
And of course, right after that, I will see you in Tuscia and Fiore in Villa San Giovanni in Tuscia, right?
You will. It's going to be great this year.
It will be great. Okay, my friend, you take care.
Okay.
history, their civilization was surrounded by Celtic Gauls to the north, Greeks to the south, and Italic tribes to their east. These three people had one thing in common. They spoke Indo-European languages. The Etruscan language, however, is not Indo-European, making it an anomaly compared to its neighbors. From this, we can discern that the Etruscans themselves were probably indigenous, belonging to an ancient bloodline that inhabited Through their skilled warriors, they would establish themselves as the premier power in the Italian peninsula for centuries. For most of their history, their civilization was surrounded by Celtic Gauls to the north, Greeks to the south, and Italic tribes to their east. These three people had one thing in common. They spoke Indo-European languages. The Etruscan language, however, is not Indo-European, making it an anomaly compared to its neighbors. From this, we can discern that the Etruscans themselves were probably indigenous, belonging to an ancient bloodline that inhabited Europe long before the Great Migration, potentially making them Italy's earliest known people. They built their villages on naturally defensible plateaus, constructing houses of thatch and mud while subsisting off farming, herding, and forestry. They cremated their dead in primitive burial sites and placed their ashes in Baconic urns. By the 9th century, the Etruscans entered what is known as the Villanovan phase of their history. Ancient Tuscany was abundant in natural resources, and the Etruscans grew prosperous, mining the abundant copper and iron deposits in their lands. Small hill villages began coalescing into larger towns, and population centers like Veii, Tarquinia, and Volci became regional powers. Etruscan pottery, sculpture, and art took on a distinctively Eastern style, while the Etruscan elites adapted courtly rituals that emphasized pomp and ceremony, as they opted for the Western Greek alphabet as their writing system. This era also presided over rapid urbanization of Etruscan society, as their towns bloomed into cities, complete with paved roads and aqueducts, built amongst hallowed tombs, austere temples, and luxury villas inspired by Hellenic design. As their tribal warriors evolved into professional armies, the Etruscans expanded their territory. Coming to dominate their southern Latin neighbors, a loose alliance was formed around 600 BC that consisted of the 12 most powerful city-states, called the League of 12 Peoples. While this enabled the Etruscans to regulate each other's economic and religious interests, each city remained largely independent in practice. Their chief god was Tinia, ruler of the sky. At surface level, he appeared to mirror Zeus, but the two were not entirely parallel. Zeus, like most of the Greek gods, often acted impulsively and violently. Tinia, on the other hand, could not even throw a lightning bolt without permission from a mysterious collective of deities known as the secret gods of favor. Uni, the goddess of fertility and childbirth, was often compared to Hera. But while Hera was the jealous and vengeful wife to a pathologically adulterous husband, Tinia and Uni appeared to have a functional, loving marriage. Minerva was the third most important deity, and was roughly equivalent to Athena. Etruscan gods were more restrained, peaceful, and all-round functional when compared to their Greek counterparts. Sporting events, in particular, were incredibly popular, with boxing, wrestling, and chariot racing never failing to draw a crowd. Etruscan women enjoyed a great deal of freedom and autonomy compared to their Greco-Roman counterparts. The wives and daughters of Etruria had the freedom to own, inherit, and transfer property as they saw fit. During ceremonial banquets, they feasted alongside men as equals. Etruscan women were also prominent leaders in religious life, serving as oracles and priestesses who held direct sway over the people's political decisions. The Etruscan cities maintained a strong martial culture, both to settle disputes among themselves and to expand their frontiers against their Gallic and Italic neighbors. Etrurian warfare was originally small-scale in nature. In the Villanovan era, warriors formed the aristocratic elite of society. They armored themselves with bronze helmets and cuirasses, and went into battle wielding iron spears, javelins, stabbing swords, and shields. Hampered by their inability to properly unite against a common enemy, the Etruscan city-states were simply unable to provide a consistent answer to the dynamic Roman military. Over the next few centuries, their territory fell chunk by chunk into Roman hands. One final pushback was made in 298 BC, when the Etruscans finally put up a united front against the Romans, allying with a confederation of Gauls and Samnites in the Third Samnite War. Nevertheless, they were defeated, and this ended any hope of Etruria retaining its independence. The legacy these ancient peoples left upon the Roman Empire was nothing short of extraordinary. The Romans based their Latin alphabet upon Greek letters, but they received those letters through the Etruscans. Core pillars of Roman infrastructure, such as the aqueduct and the paved road, were cultural borrowings taken from well-established Etruscan technology. Icons of Roman authority, such as the toga, the fasces, and the custom of the military triumph, were all originally Etruscan. By and large, the Romans owed much of their skill in metalworking to the master artisans of Etruria. Finally, the Roman love for public sports and spectacle was rooted in Etruscan culture. Some sources even claim that the institution of gladiatorial combat evolved out of an Etruscan sacrificial rite. It is easy to ascribe the value of the Etruscans solely upon the cultural legacy they left upon an empire that, in turn, has left such a profound legacy on our society today. However, these mysterious peoples of a bygone Italy are more than a stepping stone of Roman history. Their society stands on its own as one of the strongest, wealthiest, and most sophisticated of antiquity, and a reminder of the fascinating worlds one can find by digging deep into the mysterious mists of humanity's forgotten past.
Regista, com'è andata oggi?
Bene, benissimo, come sempre. Ci vediamo alla prossima, Giulio.
Dalla Tuscia